everybody. Gauge with 12 gauge garage here again, and we are not in the garage today. We're actually indoors. We brought a table inside, brought all of our tools in here. Look, brought this 212 Predator here, and we're gonna do a tear down on it. Got all of our tools here. We got some paper towels, some freezer bags for parts and stuff. We got our tray and a random assortment of sockets. But we'll take it as we go. So I'm gonna start, take off the torque converter. Sorry about that. That's a dog in the background. Daisy. And we're gonna try and at least make sense of all of our parts as we go. We had a washer, lock washer, and a nut. The torque converter. Here's the inside of it. This one is honestly trash, kinda. It's pretty old. I'll set that over here because it's so big. I don't want it to take up the whole tray. Let's see. Work this off here with my hands. So I have taken this off prior, and the first time I went to do it, it was pretty seized on. Tried to use like a rubber sledge or something to that extent, and it wasn't really working. So I ended up using a puller, a 2-jaw puller. And I've used these at work a lot, and I never really liked them until I started using them on these go-kart motors, or mini bike motors, and I really like them, to be honest. So let's see if I can get this out of there now. Didn't anticipate this being so tight. I would like to use channel locks, but got us with that. This whole motor with just hand tools. This is my first time actually tearing down one of these, so I'm going to avoid using power tools just so I don't go too fast and not really remember what I'm doing. I kind of want to at least pay attention as I go. Sometimes I'll go a little too fast. So next I'm going to take off the exhaust here, and it looks like we got just two 13mm socket nuts. Try and use this just because I think I left the other 13 socket outside, and I don't want to go a bunch of places right now. Wrench to remove these two nuts here for the exhaust. There's one, there's two, and that came right off. Pretty heavy. So we'll set that over here on our table. Let's see, what should we go after next? Just trying to go after at least what I see what's closest next. Just take the this wire off the spark plug just so it's kind of off. And I'll probably try and go after moving the motor around here. I'll try and remove the air filter next. So on the got 2 nuts, and so I drained this just a bit earlier, so I wasn't, spilling a bunch of oil and gas over here everywhere. So that's why these 2 nuts here are loose on the filter. But I did put all the hoses back on just so you guys could kind of see it. Mocked it up how it should be. So you'd have a clamp there. You have this hose here, and then the whole thing should slide out. Whole air filter. We'll set that over there. That had 2 10mm sockets to remove these 2 nuts here. And then now we have the carb here, and then there'd be another fuel line right here that's coming from the gas tank for right into the carburetor. So we'll move this little thing up, and then we will boom, pop that off. There's still gas in here. Can you grab me that napkin, please, bud? I just want to, if you could just fold some in like a nice square. My wife, my helper. Copyright. Fern Gully. They're gonna rip me. Here, hold this real quick. Thought I got all the gas out, but I didn't. There's a lot more than I thought. Now the whole house is gonna smell like gas.
What they doing out there?
Well, I wouldn't say is the way to do it. I drained a bunch of gas outside, but I guess in moving it around and whatnot, more gas appeared. Open that front door.
I told you there's people out there.
It's the guy see. Who's coming up? Where? Daisy. God, there's so much gas. We got a lot of gas still. Smelly. It's the one thing that's kind of annoying about this. But it's still my fault. Oh, we still got gas pouring. Let me show you guys. Give you guys a look-see. Still coming out of the line. It's pretty much soaked up a bunch of napkins. Don't do what I do. Now I'm going to try and remove this spring here, and I'll turn this so I'm able to kind of at least flex this rod out of here. just turning this black piece here as I moved it out, which kind of straightened up this rod. Just right there. Turn that from that way to this way, which allows me and then we have a washer on the front side. It is directional. I believe the first time I put that back on, I put it upside down, not noticing this piece here was for an open hole. Just set that there, so we still got a bunch of gassy napkins here. Let's see if we can just set a bit more. This thing just keeps running. A lot of gas. Alright, so what do we want to get next? Is this just... Oh, okay. So behind the carb there, in one side, it looks like a little almost fuel line holder, and one side of it was holding our fuel line on the right, and the other side over here on the left was holding the wire going to the spark plug. So I'll just set that over there. Seems to be nothing else behind that. Okay. Can't see under there next. So now, let's see. I'm gonna try and go after the gas tank. Oh, actually didn't soak up our moving blanket too much, so that's not too bad. Okay, so the gas tank here, I can at least see with my eyes, looks like 2 bolts. 1, 2. Are those 10s? They are 10s. Should have grabbed a 10mm gear wrench, ratcheting wrench, but that's okay. Towards you guys so you can see. So I'm removing 1 bolt, or nut here, and 1 nut here over the kill switch. And I believe that should free up the gas tank. Like I said, learning as I go. So I can already tell lots of hardware here that looks the same. This will probably be a pain later. Something else holding that up, but I am just, let's see, at the moment. We will come back to that. like maybe there's one more bolt here. Possibly this guy right here. Probably another 10 mil. That one is hiding. Smaller than 10 mil. 5/16 maybe? 5/16 it is. This is still exploratory research, let's say. Is it loose? Or is there one more bolt? Possibly making it 4. I'm not sure if that's part of it. And everywhere we turn we smell gas. It's just a gas party right now. Got one more bolt here on the top. That. That shortly. Long bolt. Let's see. Ha ha! So that was the last one for the gas tank. Was that side bolt part of it? It was not. That side bolt, I think, was part of the, what would that be? The flywheel cover, like shroud, where the pull cord is. Okay, so now we can take off this clamp here off our fuel line and snake our fuel line out. Praise Jeebus. And hopefully stop spilling gas everywhere. That'd be nice. Whew. Okay. Gas tank is off. So that was 1, 2, and then the third being the bolt here went into the, let's see here, it was the front of the gas tank right there. For safekeeping, just take this off and put it back on. Daisy. Alright. Okay. So we did that now. Let's see, what's next? What should we take off next? Let's turn it this way. Looks like there's a lot of mess up here with all these springs and cables and everything. So maybe we should remove throttle linkages and all that. This may be a pain to put back together. May not be. We will see. Seeing lots of little springs, lots of little bolts. Alright. Let's just go for it. Let's see how easy it is. We'll leave that. Let's try and leave that on. Okay, we got a 5/16 bolt. Do a more first person type view so we don't. Alright guys, 12 gauge garage. We're back in the living room again. And we are going to a first person view now so we can get kind of more in depth with all the little linkages and everything. Just wanted you guys to be able to see it more, because I know if I was watching and wanted to see somebody just tear this down, I'd want a closer view. And that was a 5/16 socket I'm using to remove this bolt. It looks like to me if I remove this one, this whole piece might just pull right off. So go with it. 8 mils. Ooh, a little tight. A little tight. Let's see. It's worth a shot. We got that. Had to stand up and put a little bit of my weight into it. Yet again, probably should have grabbed some gear wrenches. Okay. That was 1-2 bolts, 5/16 or 8 mil, and it did remove it all. So we'll pull this out of here now. A whole separate matter. We can see our spring goes up through that third front hole, and we'll try to remember that for later, because I want to take this spring off. Oh, well, that'll work. I believe that went right through there. While we're at it, let's take off our spark plug. I know I brought both spark plug sockets in here. It is the larger of the two. Here we go. That is 13/16. Heard some crunch there. Oof. spark plug out of here. Let's see what's next. Let's go after this cover next. So the cover looks like one bolt down there at the bottom, 2, 3, and 4, which I took out earlier. So these should still be, I believe, 5/16. Do see that the kill switch is attached to there, so ooh, okay, so it looks like the ground for the kill switch was held on by that bolt, so that might not be a problem. We will see. Probably have to snap that, cut that zip tie. Let's see, let's turn her up on her side of it. One here. What is that really gonna hurt actually? I don't know if it's bad to set the entire motor on the crank, but it might be strong enough. Time will tell. One, two, three, four small bolts. This one also looks like it could be part of it, but I think that one's paired with that guy. Let's see. Set this back down. So something hanging underneath. Okay, so we'll get this up and over. Kind of looks like feathers. Probably from my chickens. Okay. Let's see. Is that a reusable zip tie? It looks like there's some sort of clamps. Up that I have bought it from, dude. So just trying to figure this out. Bear with me here. Using this to hold the wire. Not the best idea, but not bad. That might be what it's supposed to be there for. Okay, so that's free there. Freeing up. This wire's like fed through this channel here. It's fed down, comes down and into the whole unit for our spark plug. Okay. And that one is also tied in. It's the black wire here that goes to our kill switch, and the yellow wire here goes up to the hot. And the other end goes into the motor. Okay. Hot. Wondering if this like pops off. Huh. Let's take this hot off and see what that does. I always go a little bit slower on the wiring because I am not as comfortable. 516 seems like it was going to strip that. Ooh, it's like bending the entire thing. Oh. Hmm. Okay, undid that little clip there. Just had to really pop that. So now everything is loose. Here was our black going into the splice for this splice here with the yellow. Hey everyone, so if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and tune into our part 2 video for the continuation of the Predator 212 breakdown. Thanks for watching.